Hey everyone, happy Thursday. I am Allie, joining you all from the Right Place, Right Time, my virtual boutique of book coaching and ghostwriting services. And today I wanted to address with you what makes a great book coach. So for those of you out there who are thinking about the book, knowing you can't do it alone, thinking about the book, realizing you need accountability, thinking about the book, knowing you don't know anything about publishing, thinking about the book, knowing that you have no idea how to begin, how to keep going, or where you end, then you are going to want to work with a great book coach, my friend. Every new artist needs an instructor. New musicians need teachers, new weightlifters need trainers, new authors need great book coaches. But in order to know that you found a great book coach, you need to know what you're looking for. So what I wanted to do was put together this video for brand new babes who are writing a book so that you know how much a great book coach can make all the difference in getting you from blank page to published manuscript. So what makes a great book coach? Well, I'm going to start here with number one. And I think this is absolutely the first thing that you should be paying attention to. And that's whether or not your book coach is a human who gives a shit. All right. So human, not AI, not a robot that seems like they're a human, not Alexa at home or Echo or Siri or whoever. Okay. An actual real life person that you can chat with, that you can cry with, that you can laugh with, that you can ask questions of night or day, even if they don't get back to you till the morning. You want a person that's got your back on this path and who cares about your success. And because they care about your success, they're willing to ask you the hard questions. They're willing to get you to go deeper with the material. They're willing to guide you in figuring out, why are you doing this thing of writing a book, and who is it for, and what do you want to do with it on the other side, and all of the questions in between. They care about you. They care about not just the writing and the manuscript development and how powerful that book's going to be. They care about you along the journey. They care about if you're getting too exhausted, if you're getting too stressed, if you're getting too emotionally triggered. And they're also helping you keep the pace. They're telling you when you need to push, like meeting a deadline, or they're telling you when you need to slow down and take a break because you need a day off, you need to recalibrate, you're too close to it, and you can no longer focus and think straight. Okay, so number one, they're a human who cares. Number two, they're not there to make a buck. Now, I see this would be obvious if they're a human who cares. Now, it doesn't mean that they're not going to charge you. They absolutely should, especially if they're great at what they do, because their expertise deserves to be paid. But they're not there to make a buck off of your book on the other side. They're not there to put all of the money first and to be transactional. They are there for sure with a service and an expertise, but ultimately what they care about the most is you getting across the finish line, having a fantastic book, a fantastic product, knowing what you're going to do with it, being an awesome and confident author who knows what they're doing. Okay, that should be their number one focus. Number three, you're going to want a book coach that's got some experience backing them up. Either they've written a book or several themselves, they've gotten a degree or a certificate in publishing and writing, they've worked with umpteen people before, they've been hanging out in the publishing space for a really long time, a combination of those things. You want them to be able to speak with authority and clarity around what's happening in the industry, how your book should be developed, how other books are developed. They should be able to talk about the experiences they've had that are varied and diverse, either with the publishing avenues or their clientele. They should be able to point you in the direction of colleagues or previous clients that can actually testify to their capabilities and skills and give them a solid recommendation on your behalf. So have that experience, all right? Look for people with that experience. Ask for them to tell you different scenarios or stories from their own history of working on books. Ask to meet people that they've worked with in the past. Okay. Number four, they're honest. And I don't just mean they're honest about the industry and the publishing world and how it works and how competitive and cutthroat it sometimes can be and how shady some people out there in the industry are. Okay. All of that is great for them to be honest about. And man, do I hope that they are, because that is a part of them being a human who cares about your success, wanting you to do the right things by your book and your author journey, and utilizing their experience to help you out. But I also want your coach to be honest about the writing itself. They should be giving you constructive feedback on whether or not your manuscript actually is organized, cohesive, understandable, clear, specific, focused, all of those things, because you don't want to just put crap out there into an overly saturated market where there's a lot of crap that already exists. And that's certainly not what you're going to want your eventual readers to think about your book. So you want a great book coach who is going to be honest with you about the writing, but also going to help you fix the writing when they're noticing that it's not as effective or as strong as it could be. So please work with a coach that's honest, not with a coach who's just going to pat you on the back or on the tush and tell you you've done a really great job. That is not going to help you in the long run. It's not going to serve you or your book or your eventual reader who is going to be spending time and energy and investment with that book. Okay. And number 5, they've got a sweet blend of strategy and creativity. So what do I mean by that? I mean that they're not only thinking about how that book is being developed, how you're writing it and drafting it, but they're also helping you to think about the long game. They're helping you to think about how you're going to publish and if that fits your goals, mission, and vision of what you're trying to achieve. They're going to help you think about that ideal reader on the other side and who is your book for, so you can keep them in mind while you're developing the manuscript. They're going to be helping you understand how to build out that online presence and platform so that you actually have readers at the end of the day when that book is coming to fruition. Now, I'm not suggesting that they can do all of those things as an expert. I'm not suggesting that they can do all those things for you, but they should at least have the right mindset and understanding of those things to guide you on the path. They're bringing all of those elements in because they recognize that your book isn't a one and done. You're not going to just put it out in the world and have it sell itself. You've got to understand how to get your book in front of your audience. You got to understand how to promote it. They need to understand that whole world so that they can help you do that effectively and get you in touch with the people who can help you if you can't do all of those things on your own. So make sure that they've got that ability to think about all of those different aspects of writing and publishing a book. The creativity piece comes in with them knowing what a solid manuscript looks like, what good writing looks like, what compelling storytelling or cohesive organization of ideas looks like. So they need to have the creative writer's, solid writer mindset and ability to look at your manuscript with an editorial eye and provide that kind of feedback that's going to shape your manuscript into one hell of a book. So I hope that this five-part characteristics of a great writing coach video is going to help you pick out a coach that's going to have your back as you go from blank page to published book. I want you to be able to put on those author britches and be really successful in getting your book out into the world. And I know how important it is having a really great coach on your side can be to the success of you as an author and the success of your book in the long run. If you are willing and wanting to have an actual conversation with a book coach, then I'm really encouraging you to consider my 20-minute story stroll. This is a way for us to talk one-to-one individually about your book and have us figure out what your next best step is to take on the writing journey. Okay, it's totally free. It's not a sales call. It's just an informal conversation where you get to tell somebody about your book. Who cares? So you can either use the scheduling link that comes along with the caption of this video or just DM me where you find me and we'll set up something so we can talk. All right, folks, that concludes what makes a great book coach. If you've had any aha moments from watching this video, please post them in the comments below. I would love to have a dialogue with you. Catch you next time.